So good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Monday morning check-in call. And as you all know, we're going through some crazy times right now, and because of that, it is affecting Sunriders as well. And I just got off a call with my good friend Diane and her group, and got some great information. And I don't know about any of you, but I had the thought in the back of my head, how is this going to affect Sunrider? Like, are we in danger of maybe losing our supply, of our wonderful products and stuff? And happily, Sunrider has been declared an essential service.
Good.
Oh, yoo-hoo! So that's because that they manufacture food, and so that bodes very well for us. Business apparently is booming, and the Sunrider staff at the moment, at least, is healthy, and some of them, the ones that can, are working from home. But it's business as well, maybe not usual. Their volume, Diane estimates the volume in the last month or so it hasn't been at that level for probably 30 years. So yeah, it's really, really skyrocketed. So the monthly order that comes to Canada is probably being delayed because they're waiting to put Conco and probably Alpha on there. Right now, this morning, the people on the call were saying you can't get Alpha in the small packages right now. As of this morning, there was still the large packages of Alpha available, and you couldn't get the bottled Alpha either. But when the shipment comes in, and it normally would come in today or tomorrow. It comes in, I guess, the first part of the second week of each month. But because of this, it sounds like they're gonna hold the shipment back till they have the supply of Conco that they wanna get on there. And so the shipment may be not coming in until later this week. Diane estimated maybe Friday. So hand cleansing gel. I don't know if any of you tried to order hand cleansing gel, but you could buy individual ones, and I didn't look at the size of it. The size has changed of the hand cleansing gel. It now comes in a 2-ounce size. And so that's why the cost hasn't changed per volume. The cost of individual item has gone up because it's twice as big. But they're available or should be available when you order. I noticed that they were on the website when I ordered last week. So, and I will say, if you are ordering this week, and for new people, if you try to order something on the website and the only option is 0, that means that the item is on back order or it's out of stock. And so, for those who are wanting to get an order in, you may want to wait till later in the week to see whether, when that shipment comes in.
So when they back order it, Anne, do you pay for it and then they'll send it when they have it, or how does that work?
I'm not, Randy, do you know the answer to that?
They don't do back orders.
I don't think, they don't do back orders. They just don't put it in your order. Okay. So, yeah.
You could order it and have it held, I guess. That's
until
buying, shipping or whatever.
Yeah. So, okay. Another thing that this just speaks to the detail and quality control that Sunrider has, but the N95 masks that you're hearing about that are in such short demand, that has been standard equipment in the manufacturing facility at Sunrider. That's a medical grade mask, and that is how Sunrider, they've always used that. And so that just speaks to the level of sanitation and quality that they are constantly working with.
So do they, are they starting to make masks so that we could order them too?
That's a good question. I doubt it, but
Well, Chinese, they do everything, right? So how come he hasn't implemented that?
it's never been brought up. I doubt that this is a new situation. That
No.
it's just
Well, the N95, the 95 stands for, because I worked in healthcare, the 95 stands for, it's a stronger amount, less germs are coming in because it's 95% guaranteed is pretty much is what
Right.
they say. Yeah.
right. Yeah. So, anyways, now this is a tip that I offered in a little video that I did on Facebook a while ago, but it came up again this morning. One of the gals on there was saying her friend's family is stuck in the house and still the kids are getting sick. There's no reason that they should be getting viruses or whatever, and it's probably because they're all stuck together in a house and they're not getting enough air circulation or what, fresh air, that kind of thing. So the suggestion was to do the fruit and veggie Sunbreeze spritzer, and if you don't know what that is, you put a few drops of Sunbreeze into Sunbreeze and a few drops of fruit and veggie rinse, and you fill your spritzer bottle with water, and you just go around the house and you spray. And I've been using that a lot this past while. My brother-in-law was in doing some work in our basement, and we social distanced. I kept doors closed, all of that kind of stuff. And when he was gone, I went around down there and sprayed all over the place and washed everything down. So, and feel really confident that I have the best thing that I can to make sure that everything's clean. Okay, so the spritzers. On the business, for those of you who want to share or are doing the business, Lisa Henriksen has put up on the business site, there's a new 9-minute video on the daily wellness pack where she explains how to use it and what's in it and all that kind of stuff. So that is on the business site. And if you're watching this in replay and you don't know how to find that, just send me an email and I'll show you how to do that. Or actually, you know what? I could share my screen right now just so that people know.
Good for you, Anne.
Let's do that. Okay, and okay, so here we are at the home page. You click on Business Center, that's right up here at the top of the page. And you log in, you'll have to log in. It keeps rejecting that thing.
Yeah, mine's acting up today too.
Yeah.
So do I have to phone in or what?
Well, mine, it's just for me, I just have to retype the password and it works.
Well, I was doing that today and it's still rejecting. So I guess.
So you might have to hit a forgot password and it'll send you a new one. You might have to reset it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so, let's see if we can find this. There's the daily wellness selling system. And now where is the video? Probably in here. Okay, now this is not the video. This is all the details about the selling system in here. And if you scroll down, you can click on, these are all resources. There's product cards in here, product fact sheet, and over here is the, I'll move that thing out of the way. Over here is the presentation, and at the moment, I believe, I'm not going to open it up, but last time I looked, it was just a PDF, and I did talk to Patrick about this to see if they would put it in a PowerPoint form so that it looks nicer on your screen when you're doing a presentation. And he said,
one of them is already in a PowerPoint, I'm not sure.
oh, is it? Okay.
Zoom is on a
Okay, great, perfect. So, yeah.
Could I just say something about this?
Yes.
I am so happy about this. Like,
oh, me too. I am so excited about this.
The best thing summer's ever.
This is, and it couldn't have come at a more perfect time. Well, it could have come earlier. We'll put it that way. But this is perfect. I am really excited about this. And tomorrow night on this, now I don't know where the video is, but maybe, okay. So if I go over here, all right. We've got somebody logging in here. There we go. And so the video, maybe it's down here. Not exactly sure where it is, but tomorrow night, Tuesday, April 7th, it'll be 5 o'clock Pacific time, I believe. You should get an email from Sunrider about this beforehand. Lisa's going to go on and talk about this new wellness, daily wellness program, and show us, I believe, I don't know if she's going to go through the PowerPoint or whatever, but anyways, we're going to get more information about this. So tune in tomorrow night for sure. And sorry, I can't find the video. I didn't do it ahead of time to, I'm going to stop my share. Okay, so there's that. And I did not know this. Here's a tip. Lisa Henriksen, our North American business advisor, or I'm not sure what the exact title is. She trained with Warren Buffett.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's pretty amazing. And just as a reminder, and hopefully if you guys find this of value and you want to send it out to new people, they just reviewed 7 qualities of the Sunrider foods. And for those of us who have been in it a long time, this is sort of old news, but it's a really good reminder. So one of the most important things that sets Sunrider apart from every other supplement company out there is that the life force of live foods has been captured, preserved, and that is the key to regeneration. It's the life force regenerating your body. We use whole foods, and the
excuse me, and does Sunrider use that terminology?
Which
Sunrider?
Which terminology?
The one you just used.
I am not sure. It came from Sheila Thompson.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
I'm not sure. This is her, and it sounded like this was an accumulation of things that she had grabbed from, I'm not sure where.
Okay. Well, Sunrider's getting very, very good.
Yeah.
Products, like really, really good.
You know,
legally, it's all legal, and it sounds very, very professional.
Yeah, yeah, and that's true. They're food grade, and for those of you who don't understand the difference between food grade and medicinal herbs, the way it was explained to me many years ago is food grade herbs are like our peas and carrots and potatoes. That's food grade. Medicinal herbs are would be the equivalent. This is from Chinese tradition as compared to our North American conventional way of looking at things. So medicinal herbs would be the equivalent of your over-the-counter drugs like cold medicines and things like that, and things that you would use short-term for a short-term problem. And poisonous herbs would be the equivalent of say cancer treatments, things that you use very, very carefully in very controlled environments, that kind of thing. And the Sunrider products are all food grade herbs, with the exception, I think, of white willow bark, which would fall into the category of aspirin, that kind of thing. So everything else is food grade, and there might be a ginseng in there that is borderline food grade between medicinal. So it's all food grade herbs, and so in the peas and carrots category, as you're talking about, with the exception that these are very, very different herbs, and they are, Randy, you should speak to this. You can probably speak to it better than me. What is about the herbs, why are the ingredients in the Sunrider products so different from everything else?
Well, my understanding is the idea of feeding versus substituting. And if, like our body runs on hormones,
Mhm.
very tiny little chemicals that turn things on and off. And if you mimic those hormones or you disrupt those hormones, that's a substitute. That's going to take over the body. But if you're just feeding the cells in the liver or whatever, you'll just get, and the body's in control. But once you start substituting for the certain kind of chemistry, that's where it begins to be medicinal or poisonous.
Right.
Randy, that would kind of be like the thyroid medication.
Right, yeah. Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you put in the body something that it's already making itself, you're substituting for that.
Yeah, or should be making itself.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and the Sunrider foods, of course, are very easily digested because why? They're just, because they're so concentrated, the body doesn't need to expend very much energy to actually assimilate the nutrients in there. So highly, highly digestible. Concentrated, and depending on the product, at the very least 4 times. 4 times. Can't remember. I was writing so fast, I can't read the word that it came be. Anyway, they're highly concentrated.
Literature says 4 to 7 times.
4 to 7 times.
But
And
we know that some of the products are 40 times.
40 times. And I believe it was one of the men's products, either the men's formula or Veros, I can't remember. One of them is very, very highly concentrated. So, and they're enhanced according to ancient manuscripts, and they, depending on the herb and how it's going to be used, there's different ways that things can be enhanced. He will either put them together with other herbs to make them stronger or neutralize negative properties that might be in an herb. And the way I understand it, there's always positive and negative properties to any herb. And so Dr. Chen has this amazing expertise where he can actually, he just makes everything about an herb better. And so we have that nobody else that I know of has. And they're properly combined according to these ancient these ancient formulas that he has he owns. So that's just a little bit about what makes Sunrider different. Have you anything you'd like to add to that, Randy, or anybody else?
Sorry, repeat that last statement that you said. It's
God.
better than anyone else. And what was the other one that you said?
I'm not sure. What did I say?
Well, I'm just kind of making notes here.
Oh God, I didn't take my talk this morning. I don't remember what the last sentence was.
I'll just say something. One of the things that impressed me that Dr. Chen explained is that not only did the traditional Chinese medicine know what a herb was for, but they also knew where it would go in the body. So you might actually hear that broccoli is good for cancer,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe there's just one part of your body that needs to be fed. But the Chinese knew how to put what they called a carrier herb that goes exactly to that spot on the body.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So you combine that with the food for your immune system to go into, right?
Yeah.
They were so much more advanced than Western herbology.
Yeah.
Because, they had lots of time and lots of people to practice.
Yeah, that's actually a very interesting note about that, because that's the first time I've ever heard that.
No,
Yeah,
like, for example, modern cancer treatment, that's what they're trying to do, with their chemistry. They're trying to get it at certain areas of the body.
Yeah.
We're doing that 5,000 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll have to listen to the recording, Bev. It'll tell you what Ann said.
Yeah.
Good one, Veronica.
Yeah.
You must have taken top.
Yeah, rewind. There we go. So Bev, I want you and I had a short conversation yesterday, and the topic in the previous call came up about the toothpaste. So share with me what you think about the new Kids Toothpaste.
Well, I haven't tried the adult one, but I sure love the kids one because I bought it for my grandkids, and they just tried it the once, and of course they leave, right? So I'm just, you know, now that we're at home and I'm cleaning, and I'm going, you know what, I'm gonna use this up because, you know, I want to try it and tell people about it. Well, you know, I love it. I'm actually gonna buy it for Christmas, and everybody's gonna get it too. But yeah, you definitely, because of the concentration, you only need like a pea size or smaller, because it just like lathers and foams up, and yeah, it's just like, I mean, you can keep brushing and brushing and spitting out, and it just keeps formulating. So yeah, I really like it. The taste is awesome, and that's a good one. Like, I mean, I'm glad I picked it up when I did, when we were down.
That seems to be a common thread. Gloria Clifford shared that she gave it to her little granddaughter, and she just keeps brushing and brushing and brushing. You'll brush longer using the toothpaste. So
it just keeps, you know, like foaming up. And
so
sort of.
So there's a way to increase your volume. Get people ordering toothpaste. So
also, it has a different texture than our regular toothpaste because it's not so granular. I don't know what they, you know, what the chemical ingredient, but this one is actually, it's so smooth and soft, and it's like, it's just very nice, lathery, tasty feeling. So
yes, that's what Diane said. Diane called it, she says it just feels silky in your mouth.
It's just so smooth and flows around, and but builds up, like, so don't use like a whole lot.
You just need a little bit.
It'll go a long way.
Okay, so the last note that I have on here I made about lungs, and obviously this thing attacks the lungs. The other thing that people may not realize is the emotion that is attached to the lungs is grief. And so many of us right now we're grieving. We've lost our freedom, and in some respects we're not moving around like we normally do, and that sort of thing. And it's really it's a tough time. So it's really, really important to support your body, support your mind. And obviously, I feel, my opinion is, supporting it with the Sunrider Foods is the best thing you could possibly do. And on the point of the supporting your immune system and your lungs, that sort of thing. I came across a video of Dr. Amen. I don't know if anybody knows him. Okay, he's written a few books and stuff, and he posted yesterday about a 15-minute video on the importance of supporting your immune system for your mental health. And it was, if you want, I'll send the link out to you guys and you can watch it. He also does recommend supplementing with isolates and stuff. We of course have a better option, but there's some really good information in there, and he explains the connection between the gut and the brain. And it's a good one to watch right now. And sadly, his parents both have contracted the disease, or the COVID, so he's a little stressed about that. But anyway, I found it to be helpful. Anyway, so I think that's all I wanted to cover.
I just want to ask, like, because I haven't been so active here lately, this last little while, when they take the swabs for COVID, you probably noticed that they do a swab in your nose. What would you suggest from Sunrider right now? Like, I do an Eddie pot quite often if I'm in the public and I rinse. And even in the health system, I was rinsing my nasal. Is that what you put in?
So
into your neti pot? Do you put a drop?
Dr. Chen, I keep having trouble finding my camera here. Dr. Chen actually suggested in his video, I believe, he didn't demonstrate it. I noticed he didn't demonstrate it, but he did talk about it. And that was to put a drop of the fruit and vegetable rinse on your finger.
Oh yeah, right. We talked about it the last time.
And inhale it.
Inhale it.
And now I think that's what he said. And I've tried it. It works fine.
And you can spritz that if you've got your fruit and veggie in a little spritzer for what Anne was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it as a nasal.
Yeah. And I find doing it, I was a little nervous about it because it's very concentrated, but it actually felt quite good. And it really did clear the sign.
I'm going to put one drop into my neti pot and I'm going to split it.
Yeah, for sure. You could do that too, for sure. And I haven't done that because I've done the full strength thing, but I find when I do the saltwater wash, it quite burns. And this probably wouldn't burn.
Oh, really?
My guess is. You'd have to try it. But
are you doing saltwater neti?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a saline solution. It's a non-iodized salt that you buy, like I used to buy. So
my understanding is that if you don't have it salty enough, that's why it burns. Increase the salt.
You want it quite salty, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like I never have a problem with mine. No.
Yeah, yeah. So Veronica, you have your hand up. What would you like to say?
Dr. Chen in his video did say to use I believe it was the VitaSpray bottle when it's empty,
right?
To spritz your nose with the fruit and veggie rinse.
Right. Now VitaSpray is not one that you can get in Canada, but this is what it looks like, and they're great little bottles. I have a few saved because they are so handy I put my hairspray in to travel with. It's great. It's just a very fine spray. It's a great little bottle. So I'll have to look in my supply. I'm not sure how many I have, but I keep them. So if you go to the States, and I think this is one that is in the queue with Health Canada. I think they're still trying to get it to us, but that could be years. It's tough to say when we might get that, but right now it's still only available in the US.
So what are you saying, Veronica, about that?
You may be able to buy a little fine spritzer bottle in the drugstore or someplace like that too. Like, for travel, you can buy these little bottles.
Yeah. And you're saying put the veggie rinse?
That's what Dr. Chen mentioned in his YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever it came on.
Diluting it with water and using it for
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said to save the VitaSpray bottle and spritz your nose.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Excellent suggestion. Okay.
And while I've got the mic, talking about a good product, I recently ordered the hand and body lotion, the Forbidden.
Okay.
Oh, that's like heaven. It is beautiful. I love that stuff. It's heavenly scented.
Yeah.
And it's smooth and silky. It's beautiful.
And the same thing, you don't need very much either,
No.
right? You have to be careful if you could sell a lot of that at trade shows, but you have to be careful because people, they want to, put on the big dollop like they normally do. But you've got, and this reminds me, Randy, years ago, I remember you saying oh shoot, now it's left me, the eye cream. Not the eye cream, the revitalizing.
Revitalizing something, yeah.
Yeah, the one that comes in the not the one in the jar, but the one in the. Anyways, it's call me later. I'll have the name. But I remember you saying, Randy, that you were asking us if we tried it, and when you feel it, it just feels like silk. You just want to slather it all over your body.
It's like nothing you've ever put on your body before.
Yeah, it's amazing. And the name will come to me hopefully before we turn off here. So Connie, I'm going to ask people, now that we're on products, I'm going to ask anybody who hasn't spoken yet to share what their current favorite product is. And Connie, I see you joined us. Welcome.
Yeah, I've been here all along.
Yeah. So what's your current favorite product?
My current favorite product is Sunbreeze oil, because it helps with breathing and sinuses, the whole works. And then I've made up a cocktail of Sunny Fresh, which is for the system, the lungs and all that kind of stuff.
Right, yes.
I'm using that. I'm using 1 package of Alpha 20C and 2 packs of Quinery and 2 New Plus.
And that's what you do in a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Stepped up to that after all these years.
Yeah.
So you just need to keep a strong immune system.
Yeah. That sounds like an amazing cocktail. Wow, good for you. Good for you.
And evergreen is in there as well.
And yeah, it looks green.
Tastes yummy.
Yes. And I bet you can go a long time on that before you have to refill or eat again. Whatever. Yeah. So thank you. So, and Nicole, how about you? What's your favorite current product?
I've been mixing up Fortune Delight and just staying hydrated.
Yeah.
And I've been out walking more and feeling a lot better, getting in the sunshine.
Good. That's important. So important.
Mm-hmm.
Social distance, but get outside, get some fresh air. So, okay. So I can't think of anything else. Does anybody
What's
have?
Randy's favorite product?
Oh yeah. What's your current favorite product, Randy?
Well, I would encourage everyone to go into that section that Anne was going into, because they tell you, like, there's so much good information in there. They actually say how the exact words to say when you're giving a presentation.
Yeah.
And they say, you're supposed to say, my favorite product is the Sunrider Business.
Yeah. There you go.
And, I probably drink or eat more mint Cali than any single other product.
Okay.
It's hard to have a favorite, but the truth is the business has improved my health and my life as much as anything. And so I would encourage everyone to go familiarize yourself with that and go on to that Tuesday where she goes through it. They actually have a system now where when you start out, you actually ask the person the kinds of things they're interested in the same way that we've been doing with our flip charts, for decades.
Yeah.
But then there's these nice little graphic things, cutesy wootsy, and then you click on that and it takes you to that section of the presentation. It's quite amazing.
Yeah. And now they're encouraging us to do these presentations, have some fun with this, have online parties with this. And I think it's going to be great. I'm so looking forward to playing with this. And I did ask Patrick when the way this is going to work, for those who don't know, there's going to be links that you're going to invite hostesses to host a party, a host or hostess to host a gathering, an online gathering. And you're going to have a link that your host can send out to their friends, and the friends will then register for your party or webinar, whatever you want to call it. And they will be able to place orders, and the hostess or host will get some free product and or discounts. And but Lisa will explain all of that, I think, in that webinar tomorrow. Again, it's so new, I don't know all the details of it. So I would encourage everybody to tune into that tomorrow and learn what's going on. And I will say this, Randy, you're going to have to support Connie, but I'm just going to say, to people in my group, if you want to start having these online Zoom meetings, I will be happy to be the person to do the first few presentations for you if you're not comfortable working with what's on the web, what the tools they've given you. But it's going to be simple. It's going to be pretty simple.
And we host too?
Pardon me?
Can we be a host as an?
That's a good question. Somebody asked that, and I think
they don't really want you to.
Yeah.
They want the host to be
Someone else.
They want, yes, they want them to be someone else. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
So, yeah.
Because then you get more network.
Yeah, and ideally what may happen if it goes really well for you, when it goes really well for you, your hostesses quite likely will, I should say hostesses, is hosts, will often jump on as either preferred customers or IBOs. That's the goal. So, anyway.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
In order to sponsor people, and I think that would be the gist of all this, you have to be an IBO to be able to build a business and a network underneath you. So if that host has got a bunch of people that wants to get going on this, they have to become an IBO.
Correct. Exactly.
And they can decide that after the party.
Right.
And then everyone that ordered will be put into
their group. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So exciting times happening, and we've got the products that people are looking for right now. So we need to get on it. So, okay, that's, I think I'm going to wind it up for now, and I'll stop the recording, and we'll do this again next week for those that are watching this in replay. And if you can, join us live. And so tune in next week. Bye.
Thanks.
For now.
Thanks
Oh,
for
you're welcome.